Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Shooting the Shelf, Season 4, Episode 24, aka 154, aka this is almost the fourth year. Actually, next weekend will be the 4th year anniversary of the I don't know how that math works. 22, 23, 23, 24. So it'll be the end of 3 years next week and the beginning of the 4th year of the show.
That's a lot of shelves that's been shot.
Yeah.
Our shelf budget is really thin, folks. So the super chats are enabled. Anything you could do to help out replacing shelves would be greatly appreciated.
So. We're talking shelves are going to be made out like Luan and cardboard going forward.
I don't even know what that name is.
It's like a plywood.
Like a old woman's
like a really
name.
thin plywood.
Oh.
Not Luan. All right. Hey,
Gotcha.
Curtis, how's it going, bud?
It's going great. I was just spending some time in a little place I like to spend some time at, looking at Jesse pictures. So
we got some folks in the chat.
We do. You shouting them out?
I'll shout them out this week.
Okay. That gives me more time to look at Jesse picks.
I feel so uncomfortable with that. Although it doesn't necessarily mean it's me. There's lots of other, like there's a Jesse Marshall.
That's true. It could be, but it's not. It's Jesse you.
Could be Jesse Spano or Uncle Jesse or the other Uncle Jesse. But hey, folks, we got Brian Carr out there. Happy Sunday. Nope. Happy Sunday, Curtis and Jesse. Happy Sunday to you too, Brian. Mark AAKA Crom 316, who is just diving into all sorts of customizing, dial making, and goodness.
Yeah, he was in the customizing studio. He said, Jesse invited me to this thing, and then he's never here. He's like, was he just trying to get me away from him? I was like, I don't know, man. You gotta ask him. So, yeah.
Dub3 is here. What's up, Dub? Sig's Art and Toys.
Like punching a pillow. Nothing coming
Dave
back.
Orkin. Paul Morales. I am.
That's it.
TJ Williams.
No. Everything else.
I say the full thing. I see you, TJ Williams.
We know it's silent.
All of you. Is that Aisha and Jeff Dis? Hey, wait a minute. I know that name. They may or not be our guest tonight. Kirby is here. Stacy Lynn. So one of the Lyns. Curtis, you know this person. This is Darla Akerman.
I do. I was a little sad. No mod squad yesterday. No Stacy Lynn. Did see Brian Lynn in the customizing studio today. No Stacy though.
Did you get an invite to Carver Curtis Con yet?
I'm going to be there. I just won't have a table. Darla has the table.
Oh, so okay.
Apparently they want her more than me. So, which is fine.
Gotcha.
I get that. But yeah, apparently Stacy was air frying radishes today.
It doesn't sound like something people do. Cincy John is out there.
That's why I figured I'd throw it out because I thought it was pretty unique. So,
yeah, I don't believe in that sort of witchcraft. T Bellet is here. Twizzler 19, Jeremy,
Goviar,
Uncle Bob and Aunt Shelley.
Hey.
Tanya McCoy. She might not have been doing Mod Squad, but she's here now. And
it's her birthday today.
That's right. Happy birthday, Tanya. Jen, aka Lucky Sprinkles. Oh my, there's so many more people here. Eduardo de Jesus.
Just
saw him over on Latin Legions for a couple seconds. Patrick Boyle, Nate Strong, Carvar Customs, James Smudio, Jesse Marshall. We were just talking about you. Curtis was looking up your pictures. Segue Echevarria.
Nice.
Mark Rivera, William Husted, who despite getting mad at me, I think on Friday night or some night, is still here with us. So thank you for being here with us, William. You probably weren't actually.
I don't think he was mad. He just gets spicy. He's a little spicy.
Santos Rivera, Ghost Elf, Spook.
Stacy says the radishes weren't bad. So
Stacy Marshall. And I think that's everyone at the moment. So thank you all for joining us.
Oh, look at that.
If you're watching on the replay.
She said she wants to spend the evening of her birthday with us.
Aw. Does that mean you're tired and you just don't want to be out anymore?
She's waiting for us to put her to sleep like we did you on OffWorld on Friday.
Man, oh my gosh. I'm still trying to recover from last weekend, I think. Like I did like a almost 48 hour, 36 hour, I don't know, stretch last week going into the Maryland Toy Show. And yeah, I think I'm still.
You gotta be careful with those stretchings.
I'm not 37 anymore, Curtis.
Bill's here from the Dork Lair.
Yes.
So
and El Spooky Zorro.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we certainly have a guest tonight. Unlike your favorite line in the song, we do not have two guests, but he does have two names, a first and a last that we know of. So there's at least that, and he does have an Instagram handle. So in a way, there's two people here. So
that
folks,
works.
give up a digital round of applause for our guest tonight, Jeff Diss.
Hey guys.
Woo. What's going on, man?
Oh, living Sunday.
We're
in the middle of moving, so I've just been kind of packing and yeah.
Nice.
I don't know what that hand gesture was.
In relatively the same area or
yeah, we're changing locations. We're trying to
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not as
Are
bad.
you
kind of
moving on up
trips in
to the east side?
I mean, actually, yeah.
Hey.
At least a little further east, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it a deluxe apartment in the sky?
No.
It's all right.
That's all right. It'll work.
Can't hit all the lyrics to every song.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of the show, we do a little thing called shelf selections. That's where Jesse and I found pictures on the Instagrams that inspired us through the week. And we pull them up to talk about them and encourage people to follow those folks to make their Instagram cooler. And apparently I have way more pictures than anybody else. So there's like some weird order. I think it's like a couple of mine and then a Jesse and then a couple of mine and a Jeff and then somebody else that's not even on screen. And I don't know. So we'll see as we go through who's got what, but I'm pretty sure mine's starting off. And this is sir.dork on Instagram. And he has got a D13 Jesus turning water into wine. This was pretty awesome. There was a behind the scenes on this, showing how he did it, kind of put some wine in the glass. And then he like took some video of him pouring the wine, and then he switched it out and he was pouring the water and kind of merged those two together. And here you go. So this is beautiful. I thought this was really well done. I've seen a little bit of the biblical adventure photography, but this was, probably the coolest one I've seen so far. Jesse?
This is really cool. This was also one I would have picked, but since you picked it, it was easy to keep my choices down. This is an awesome shot. I love this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about all the D13 stuff when I first saw it at the 2021 Legions Con. I was like, is this a joke? Like, it felt like I don't know. And I was trying not to be too, sheltered, oversensitive Christian person. And I'm like, no, this is cool. And then I learned more and more about it, and I see it, and I have some of them now, and I know Chris a little better. And it's just really cool. And I think was just a really fun thing to do with this figure. And yeah, I really like it. It looks simple as far as like the concept of it, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Jeff?
Yeah. I follow him too. I just saw this picture the other day, and I just also love his videos. I love how he shows how he makes some of these pictures, and it's really cool, and they always turn out incredible. So it's fun. It's fun.
All righty. Next one is also one of mine. This is late_toy_show using the Muff Toys Superman. And then I believe this is a Mafex with a Mezco head. I've seen some people do that where they take the Mezco head and put it on the Mafex Dark Knight Returns Superman body. And I just thought this was really well done, kind of going from the, the trench coat to the, pulling the regular suit open and then flying off. And then just the background with the, you got the dumpster and door and brick wall and stuff. Like, I just thought this was really well done, the way that they put this together, and the lighting coming from the left. And yeah, I just thought this was awesome. Jesse?
I totally agree. I love the fun. I love the bright colors of this. It feels like the Superman I want to be rooting for and looking up to, and think, that's just got that hopeful vibe to him. Has me even more pumped for the movie coming out soon. But this is a great shot. I think this is the second or third Clark to Superman transition that you've picked over the years for a shelf collection.
Yeah.
And it's different, like same concept, but just the angle and the background and everything is so different that it's great seeing like a completely different, perspective on the same idea from different really talented folks. So this is great.
Are you shocked that I had a Superman picture?
So shocked.
Jeff, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's cool. This one I haven't seen it. It's just the transition. It's different. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, I actually read something on this post, and he was talking about how he kind of adjusted some of the lighting or something to make the colors of the suit of the Superman figure match the Muff one a little bit better. So some nice work there, getting that all to line up and look right. So next one is Jeff's.
Yes.
Maybe.
I apologize for not cropping this better. This is my fault.
Okay.
That's all right. It's from D Amazing. Anytime he does like a battle scene where he's got like one guy fighting a horde of guys all surrounding him, it just always looks so cool, and just like the amount of action he gets into one shot is just always so fun. That's why
I bet D Amazing gets the action. For sure.
Yeah, I'm betting.
For sure. Jesse,
don't forget to drink your water. I'd say this shot is really cool. Again, apologies for not cropping it better. Go check out his page and see yourself. Sir Elijah, getting it done, taking care of business there with all the skeletons. And I love that the fact that it's all the same skeleton, but with the way he's got the visors and then positioned, it feels like a group and not just the same figure. So it's really cool.
Yeah, great shot. Fully what I would expect. Templar kicking some skeleton butt, looking great. And I love how it's like the camera angle is like down on the ground looking up at it. Is pretty cool. And I like the perspective. This what is this? Damazing. This Damazing is really good. So all right, next is one of mine. This is Because It's Fun. And this is another one had a really cool behind the scenes on putting this together. But yeah, Hulk laying the smack down to Iron Man here, beating the heck out of him. So I love the behind the scenes on this. If you go and check it out to see how they put it together, it's pretty cool. And it's just, I think it's really neat how they have the smoke effect and some of the light coming off of him. Like he's really messed up the electronics in the suit and everything. And yeah, just beating the heck out of him. So cool stuff. It's about time to call. What was the girl, the suit's name? They had a girl name that comes from the
Friday.
No, the suit, the big
the Hulkbuster suit.
Yeah,
I don't remember what they called it.
Yeah, I can't remember either. But anyway, he needs that Hulkbuster suit to come down, otherwise he ain't got no chance. So, thoughts, Jesse?
This is really cool. I mean, no disrespect to Iron Man, but this is how I expect this fight to go.
Veronica. There it is.
There we go. See, Jesse got it. Just wasn't me.
I did ask Jesse for the answer, and Jesse gave me the answer. So it's just different.
Oh, every time D Amazing poses a picture, someone or drinks water, someone. Wait, no, it's there. You can read it. Well, maybe
there, but reversed. Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah. Great shot. Love the colors. Love the background. Very epic. Yeah.
Awesome. Ruben in the chat says, "Wepa."
Oh, I got a sound for that.
I know.
Wepa.
Wepa. Jeff, thoughts on this picture?
It's very cool. And yeah, that's definitely how that fight would go without a Hulkbuster.
Yep.
But yeah, the atmosphere, and it's awesome. It's just, it looks like a battle has happened.
It looks like the world's on fire. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty crazy. All right.
This is Pennsylvania right now.
Oh, this is another one of mine. I know, shocking. This is toy_lens. These are the third-party knockoffs, I guess we're gonna call. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the company, but I know they're on had these on 5K for the Kingdom Come Superman as well as the Shazam. Both of these figures look fantastic. And I thought this was just a really cool shot of them in a fight. I always, they've been against each other in the comics a few times where they've kind of squared off. I always thought it was a really evenly matched fight between the two of them. In this one, though, it looks like Shazam / Captain Marvel / whatever you want to call him. Looks like he's getting his butt kicked. So, and I really like this whole like downed power line and stuff. Like, I don't know where that's from, but it's really freaking cool. I like that a lot. And then I think that's a figure obscura like lamppost in the front.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. Jesse.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, middle-aged man beating up a 10-year-old.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, if this is Kingdom Come, I don't think Billy's 10 years old anymore.
No.
Great shot. I think it's striking again. You had the last picture was, Hulk hoisting up Iron Man, and this one is Superman hoisting up Shazam. It's just really cool. That, striking poses, but a completely different atmosphere and take on the scenario, because the other one he's on his back, this one he's on his chest getting held up. It's just really fun. And the pictures, I know those are soft goods over the figure, so that I really like the effect that gives of them being like kind of that spandex tight kind of suit over like a muscled figure. I think is really cool for those toys.
Yeah, I mean, I was on record in the past of being very anti soft goods, especially for full body costumes. And it was mostly because it just looked like they were wearing pajamas. But I think they do a really good job with these costumes to still let the muscle definition show in it, which makes it look a lot cooler, I think. So, and we do have a new member too.
Hey, welcome, Ruben.
Yeah,
thank you.
Absolutely. Jeff, thoughts on this one?
Very cool. It looks like they're standing in the middle of the street, and the posing's great. It just looks really good. Mm-hmm.
He's getting ready to get socked too.
Yeah,
he's gonna get walloped.
He's going through a building.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's gonna say Shazam and turn back into Billy, and Superman's gonna hesitate and realize
he's gonna feel real bad. Yeah,
I
can see that. Next one is Jesse's. All right.
Yes. This is that Spider-Face 101.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Drax inspired custom using mythic and cosmic parts. I just thought this was really fun and a really cool take on this character. I can't say that I remember seeing too many Drax customs so far. I just thought this was really cool, the use of parts, and a really good job on it. And, outdoor photographies, gotta love it.
I think if Batista were to play that role again, this is what it would look like. Because now he's got that like really thin frame and like the huge head. Like this is what his body looks like now. So I thought this was cool because I was like, oh, well, that's what if they did Guardians 4, this is what we would get. So yeah, I mean, I like the outdoor stuff. The paint work, the line work on the chest and stuff is great. So excellent work. Jeff?
Yeah, I saw this one too. I like that he went green with him. Green Drax. I think he looks great.
Absolutely. Next is one of mine. This is our good friend Artha Zoran. And I just thought this was a lot of fun. Good mix of parts, soft goods, that Poxis or Scally torso there. And then a great job on the head sculpt and paint job on the head. This thing just looks really cool. I think it's a great mix of all these different parts and soft goods. So
I agree. I've been enjoying I think he said this was like the youngest of the Viking clan or whatever that he's been working on. I just thought it was really cool. I want to get this whoever does this guy's mustache and beard maintenance routine, because like I want to know how to grow my mustache so I can have two poofy braids coming out of my nose like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Arthas is here. He says, "Yay!"
Yeah. All right.
Point.
No, this is great assembly. Great all around. Very good.
Awesome. Jeff, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I've seen all these Norse guys he's been showing. They're awesome. I was trying to figure out what that soft goods around his waist, or are those pants?
It looks like pants that he made. I don't know if he bought those or if he made those. I know he's been kind of messing around with some soft goods himself, but he also has some. I think somebody that maybe a sister or somebody that makes some for him. So not sure where he got those, but yeah, that's cool. I really like the fur piece. I've seen some people like have fur that's like more of the long-haired fur that kind of doesn't fit in as well. This looks really good. And actually, what I've heard from people that like some of the best to use is to like tear up a stuffed animal, which sounds very morbid, but but yeah.
I can see that.
So let us know, Arthas, where the soft goods for the pants and the fur came from. And next one, what? Superman? That's ridiculous. This is Coliseum_father. I saw this one. This is one of those kind of accounts where they do a lot of hand posing. And I just thought this was a really cool pose that they got this in. I've been trying to amp up some of the posing of my figures so that they're not so static and, just bland. And so, yeah, I thought this was a really cool account that I wanted to share this with folks. Jesse?
Great pose. The posing of the wired cape is great. This is really cool. And again, just looks like someone's having fun because it's just right there in their home. So I love the stage shots, and I love just kind of the more candid, hey, I got a cool pose, I'm going to snap a picture of it.
Arthas says the cloak and pants are from Keon Farley. So he did say ants here, but then he came back in and said pants. So we won't give him a hard time. He corrected himself. Jeff, thoughts on this one?
That's great. This is a great action pose. It's a great shot. It's fun. I like it. Yeah.
Very cool. Next one is one of Jeff's.
This one, just the atmosphere in this was just so awesome. I'm like a huge horror fan, and so it's just this one just does it for me, I guess. With all the smoke and everything, it's a great shot.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like the that undead builder pack is pretty cool anyhow. But the fact that they put this like smoke around it makes it, I don't know, it almost looks like it's kind of floating. And then you've got like that skeleton in the background that's just kind of like laying up against the wall. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like an actual, like a live skeleton, or just, somebody that died a while back that's just their skeleton's still there. And then you got this other one next to the barbarian up front that almost looks like it's petrified. So it's just, really cool setup and shot here. And I don't know what kind of helmet that is on the barbarian, or if that might not be what is that? That might be
it looks like a Conan-esque character.
Okay, gotcha. But that helmet's kind of interesting because it looks like it's got like 3 horns on it or something. I don't know. So maybe it looks like there's 5 shots, so maybe there's a different angle. But yeah, really cool. I love the lighting. I love the smoke effects. Jesse?
It's really cool. I like, I don't know what exactly the story is being told, but I'm drawn into it. Did they just dispatch some sort of enemy and this is the spirit like evaporating, or did he do something and awaken and the spirit is coming out to attack? Who knows? But it's cool. And just the lighting, the effect, how the spirit seems to be giving off that brighter light is just, this is really cool.
For sure. All right. This is one of mine. This is not Superman. This is Spider-Man. Close enough. This is Photographio. Sure. It's this up here at the top. Check that out. I think the cool thing for me, I like how he has him balanced kind of in the windowsill there. I think it's pretty cool. But then just the light coming out from the back, the way that it shines like on the side of his face and stuff. And then you got the rain coming down and everything. This is just a really cool setup more than anything. Jesse.
It's really cool. I love the mood, love the atmosphere, the rain effect, the background building and the lights. The fact his light kind of has that kind of like blue TV, maybe computer kind of setup vibe going on, or at least the room he's coming out of. Yeah, this is a fantastic shot. Great pose. Great atmosphere.
Jeff?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I love this. It's nice and moody. And yeah, is that the Tobey Maguire Spidey? I can't tell what's
I'm not sure which one this is.
It's a cool one.
It looks like it could be. And I forgot Dub 3 did send this to me. So it looks like it could be what, Jesse? I'm sorry.
I think it is one of the versions of the Tobey Spider-Man figures. I just don't know which one.
Gotcha. And then next is also one of mine. This is one of the Echevarria clan. This is Turi Zero, with a 0 at the end, so it's ZER 0. And I thought that
would be pronounced Zer0, just so you know.
Sure, Zer. And this is a vampire head that repainted from the Vampire Phalanx. And I thought this came out really well. I really liked the different purples on here. I thought it kind of popped when I first saw it. And then I, had to ensure that it was on Instagram for reasons. So, Jesse.
I don't know what the end goal or character is. I hope to see a full figure with this at some point, or something, but I'm getting kind of like a cell shaded Decepticon homage vibe off of this, like with the 2 tones and the purples and the white face, or whatever the plan is. It's really cool. I really dig it, and I think it's really cool. I really love how bright blue those eyes are. Like they're very striking.
Oh no, G says thanks for your support. He says he's currently in the ER, hurt his back.
Oh no.
Oh, that stinks. Hope everything's gonna be okay.
Did he try to pick up G?
That wouldn't hurt anybody's back.
I'm sorry. That was we hope he's okay, and hope he gets home soon.
Jeff, thoughts on this one?
I think it looks great. I like the way the eyes are just like that blue, that glowing, almost like he's like a magic vampire. He's cool.
Okay, she's saying it's something from Yu-Gi-Oh! He believes.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I don't know. I mean, I've heard that term, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know enough to know what character, but yeah.
This is Jesse's, I believe.
Yes, this is Oz _ toy photography. This is that crab mezco guy. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. It's really fun, and just this whole kind of, dockside shot of him coming down the boardwalk there, and the crab and the waves and the harpoon, and I don't know. It's just fun. I don't know if I'd want to go spend the day with this guy. I feel like he might be a little violent because that bucket looks like it's full of blood, but he might just be feeding some sharks. I don't know. Yeah, I'll take my chances.
MJ, just you wait, buddy. We'll get to that segment later in the show. Yeah, this character's cool. I think it feels like it needs to hang out with something that Brian C makes. Because he's been doing a lot of those like weird sea creatures and stuff. I love the setup. I love the whole dock vibe with the crates there and the lamppost and everything. Like, yeah, just really cool setup. And I don't know if I'm following this account. I'll have to check that out.
I'm pretty
that's
sure
what
you
we do, folks. Yes, I am. But if you aren't following any of these accounts that we showed, do that because it'll make your Instagram cooler. So, Jeff, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this crab guy's awesome, and it's a great shot with the water coming up, the sunset and stuff. It looks great. It looks like he's ready to go chumming.
For sure. And I think that is it for shelf selections. So,
I would call those shelf selections, just to keep the theme going for Bill, if he's still keeping count, Dynamite.
I would call it super. No.
Did you not eat dinner and you want to have soup for dinner? Is that super?
No, because those all the Superman ones.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah. It was.
Yeah.
Curtis is trying to steal the show.
I'm
all
sorry. Right.
I see myself out.
No, that's all right. You can stay. It's your show. I'll leave. So Jeff, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that I've seen a lot of your photography, but yeah, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Actually, I drive a truck for a living.
Cool.
But yeah, I
like cross country or locally, or
it's local. I'm home every night, but I go in at 4 a.m. and go out and drive and come home, and
cool.
If I can, I paint.
Well, thank you for sacrificing your evening with having to get up that early.
Certainly not a sacrifice, and I'd be up anyway.
So how did you get into toy photography? How did that start?
I don't really. I just take pictures of like my stuff that I have. I don't really do I don't do a whole lot of. I mean, I guess I do a little bit. But.
I mean, the stuff I've seen looks great. I know you said you don't put everything on Instagram, but the stuff I've seen is pretty fantastic. But so what about customizing? How did that start?
I don't know. One day I saw a Toy Bro video of Scaphoid. I think it was what is this? And that's how I fell down the rabbit hole. But yeah, just one day I got a skeleton builder and decided I'd try to paint it up. I like to sculpt, and so I'm always painting my sculptures.
Traditional sculpting or 3D sculpting?
Just with clay, cosplay. Yeah. Nice.
Nice. What do you use for what kind of clay?
It's called cosplay. It's kind of like super sculpey.
Okay. Is it a 2-part?
It's a little more flexible.
Is it a 2-part one that you mix together and then it hardens on its own?
Yeah, not the cosplay. That's just a straight up. You just bake it in the oven.
Oh, the stuff that you're using, you bake in the oven? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, while we're talking about these, why don't I pull up the screen and take a look at some of this stuff while you're talking?
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use, epoxy sculpt and green stuff and things like that where you mix the two parts together. But yeah, cool. So like this, you sculpted?
Yep. Yeah,
That's
I'm a horror fan, so I'm always, sculpting something monstrous.
Nate says
Can I
that
tell
he's lucky to have one of your pieces in his collection. So
yeah, thank you, Nate.
there you go. Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
When I was a kid, I didn't know. I knew Critters was a scary movie because my older siblings talked about it. So I would have recurring nightmares of falling in a hole in the backyard of our house, like just like kind of like a well, but not a well, just like a straight down hole into the ground, and that rabbits and squirrels and bunnies and chipmunks would come and eat my feet. And under my feet was what do you call that stuff? Like
Grass?
The chicken wire and the newspaper that's glued over it, like was that paper mache?
Yeah, paper mache
or whatever. Yeah, I would. That's what my feet would underneath my skin. That's what my feet were, and I've never seen that done at that point, so I don't even know why I knew what that was. And it would always freak me out. And then I saw the Ninja Turtles movie, and I was like, "Oh, that's what the critters look like," because of the poster. So
that's interesting, Jesse. I think we've all kind of delved a little bit deeper into your psyche at this point. So
that's pretty surface level.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Is this Babadook?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who to what?
The Babadook. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones that I did from. Well, it's a little while ago, I guess. 2021. I can't believe that.
But yeah, I don't know that character. What's that from?
It's from a movie called The Babadook.
Oh, all right.
It's kind of a ghost story, ghost movie.
Very cool. And what do we got here?
That was me trying to sculpt me.
Gotcha.
Self-sculpting. Yeah, right. Yep.
Oh wow.
That's a figure of like a character I used to draw back in high school. Me and my buddy used to draw a lot and have, a ton of characters, kind of comic booky type thing.
Okay.
I made one of them. It's kind of like all grease.
I like the comment there, the sleazy, greasy one.
Yep. That's exactly right. And this would be his opponent, Captain Potamus.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's would be my buddy's character. So yeah, I made that as a present for him.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh yeah. This was one of my firsties. So yeah, Samara from The Ring, kind of coming out of the well. Yeah, I tried to make her all greasy and wet and slimy looking, and
accomplished.
So when you're sculpting with this stuff, are you is there certain tools that you're using or
yeah, I mean I have a bunch of like dentist tools.
Okay.
And then I like silicone shapers and ball styluses, and it goes on, and I could always probably need something.
That's cool.
Everything comes with
like the stones here look very realistic. That's cool.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they're just little blocks of clay. Yep.
And I think is this William's asking, what are you using? Was that the Sculpey?
It's called Cosclay.
Or Cosclay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it just after you bake it, it's not as brittle as Sculpey. It has a little bit of a give, just a little bit.
Awesome.
That might be Sculpey though.
That's fun.
Yeah, because these are some of the earlier ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing Big Greg is going to show up in about a minute or two.
This is gonna just summon him.
Yep.
Yeah, there's good old Art the Clown. That was another one of my first attempts. But he's fun. He's fun to make.
So what prompted you to start doing the sculpting? You just wanted to try making stuff and painting it, or?
Yeah, I saw there was a guy on YouTube, Dr. Garuda, I think his name was, and he does these sculpting videos, and I just happened to see one in my feed one day, and he like sculpted this Rick and Morty scene, and it was really awesome. And I was like, that looks fun, you know. So I just kind of started, just gave it a shot, and I enjoy it. So, you know, yeah, I like to make animals into the horror movie monsters. So we got Freddy Krueger. Yeah, there's Featherface.
Featherface.
Nice.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah,
oh,
Freddy Krueger there. And I've made him quite a few times. There's Jason Horsies.
that might be my favorite thing ever. Oh.
Yeah, the play on the names is great.
Yeah.
Man,
it's fun. It's something to do. There's Monkey Myers.
Monkey Myers. That's great. The hair is perfect. Oh, these are great. Oh, I didn't mean to click off of it. Where was I? All right, Mothman.
Mothman.
Oh,
that's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just like a pizza monster.
That looks like HR Puffin stuff as a nightmare.
Or else pizza's gonna send out for you.
Pizza the Hut. That's what I should have done.
Sorry, clicking comments and click. No, sorry, I can't stay on that one.
There's Tara Pinhead.
Hey,
keep
which
going.
we gotta highlight this one because Eric Miller got to educate Jeremy on Terrapin this week on Mythic Conversations.
Nice.
So seeing that come back around in Terrapin Head is just a nice, some nice symmetry.
Call back.
It's like poetry; it rhymes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's neat.
Kurt Cobain I tried to do.
It's pretty good.
I think you achieved it.
Well, thank you. Yeah, those painting stripes is hard. That's from a movie called Malignant. And,
is that the one with the brother and the sister?
No. Oh yeah, maybe. It's
where she keeps thinking she's
maybe not.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, she thinks she's like going nuts, and this thing's going out and taking people out while she's like unconscious, but it's actually just her turned around. Spoilers, or maybe not. I can't remember.
Yeah, that was intense. That's a really good sculpt.
Thanks. There's a couple little refrigerator magnets I made.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan too, so I made a Slash magnet just because.
Why not?
Yeah.
Have you, because I'm going to play on the puns, have you done Slash as Slash?
I have made a Slash. Actually, one of the first ones I made was a Slash. I can't remember if there's any pictures of that on Instagram or not. He might be in there.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I feel like we already went through the old ones, or the older ones. So I don't know.
The only one I intentionally skipped was
the
Tusk.
Might have a problem here, Jesse, with this definition. A small edible turtle.
Small.
What?
Why is that the
What?
first?
Yeah,
thing to say
there's
about
a
it?
second one that says a freshwater turtle, but the first definition says a small edible turtle. So yeah, I'm not sure who's eating those, but
Right.
maybe Shredder.
Okay, so I guess terrapin is technically lives in brackish water, a mix of fresh and salt water. So they're more adapt to
brackish.
habitats like marshes, estuaries, and tidal creeks.
Okay,
So they are,
Turtle soup. Yep.
there you go.
Salty soup. Mm-hmm. That's something I made for my family. That's us in Christmas style, and I gave everybody one for Christmas. And
That's really fun.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I like the kid on top putting the star on the tree.
Yep.
On the back there.
That's my niece.
Oh. So is this is
what are we looking at?
That's just like the innards of the Ronin that I was about to make.
Okay. So tinfoil, masking tape, and like a flexible type of wire.
Yep. That's the innards that go into that I put into these. Yeah. I mean, that's just
awesome. I love the magnet or watch or whatever that is back there.
That was the Michelangelo. That was a Burger King toy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. You like push his thumb down and the cowabunga pops out.
Nice.
And then
nice.
Ronin when I was done.
That's really cool.
That came out really good.
Thank you.
Like the folds of his sleeves and everything.
Yeah. And the washes, and we're talking about the sculpting, but the paint on these is really good too.
Thank you. Yeah, he was definitely a fun one. I tried my best to get the leather to look like leather, but still had some things to learn. I like them though.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. There might be another. Is there another picture of him after that? No. I made him. Yeah, he's got like armor.
That's cool.
That he can put on. He's got like a ball, spike ball you can put onto his tail. He's like,
oh, that's great. I didn't realize how big he was.
Yeah, he's big enough for Gonks to ride.
That is the perfect mount for Gonks. Oh my gosh.
That's nice.
So is that your own creation? Like your own creature creation?
Yeah, that was just me like playing around trying to make something looked kind of undergroundy.
I would love little character mounts like that.
Yeah. I love it. That's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, spiky ball on the tail is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes kitted out.
It's like a battle armored deformed axolotl with the fins, the spikes on the helmet.
Yep.
That's so fun. Hey, Wolf King.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's Sir Terrapin. Yeah. I love the critters. I'll paint critters all day. It's fun.
I like the colorful details on there. That's really cool.
Nope, Gonks is on a ride Bayeth here apparently.
Yeah, here's another critter.
Nice.
Like a critter 2.0.
Okay.
I sold both of them at Legion's Con last year to Mitzi, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yep, she's a huge
I love
critter.
this.
Oh yeah,
this guy in the right kind of reminds me like if Jack Black was a critter.
Yeah, you're right. I think that picture is hilarious. But yeah,
the rows of teeth are nice.
I can't unsee that now. That's funny.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah, there's another Freddy Krueger.
Nice.
2.0.
I keep forgetting there's pictures within the picture.
Yeah, another Monkey Myers.
That's great.
Went more gorilla with him. He's a big boy.
That's fun. Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
That's a fun sculpt to paint.
Yeah, I love
armor. Looks really nice too.
Thanks. Yeah, I got done and was like, this looks like Iron Man. I wasn't even really thinking about it. But yeah.
Happy accidents.
Yep. There's Bunny Wise.
Mm.
Oh, that's great. Ooh.
This was
just that's creepy.
Soul sucking clown I made for somebody.
I mean, aren't they all really?
Yeah, so. I mean,
ooh.
This is a custom skeleton that I made.
Color work on that hammer.
Mm.
Yeah, the weapons. Some of the weapons are really fun to paint.
That's cool. I love the spots on there and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's Sir Terror. Oh yeah, and there he is with his helmet on.
I hear he's edible.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I was too. It's funny. Mm-hmm. There's Jason Voorhees.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just kind of all of them together. It was a commission guy had me do. So, yeah, that's also
I love it. Oh wow, Voorhees is pretty big too.
Yeah, he's a chunky boy for sure. He's definitely the heaviest out of all those, no doubt. Woodchucky, of course, because why
not? That's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. The gate. And I watched this movie at work years ago when I was still living in Illinois.
Yeah. I remember watching it.
That's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, I used to watch that when I was a kid. I always thought those things were funny.
Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys saw it. Curtis, you mentioned a Rocketeer got announced yesterday or something at Joe Fest. I didn't see it, but
yeah,
it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, I think that was so I think Nate Strong got that one, if I'm remembering right.
This one went to Jeffrey Evans. I made another one for Nate with a different head, so it's slightly different.
Yeah, I've got that here, maybe. Yeah. This is I don't know if you remember this, Jesse. This is one of our shelf selections from a while back. Like it was probably one of my favorite pictures from last year. And this was done. This was the one that Nate was talking about. That's in his collection from Jeff.
Yeah, but that's a head from that's another head that he had from somebody else.
Yeah, from Mark Calvo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, but beautiful shot. I mean, it was one of my favorite shots from last year. So.
I really love it too. I think it's been my screensaver ever since on my phone or my home screen or whatever. Yeah,
that's cool.
This is my RC bunny.
That's neat.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I like the way you've got those guns on the backpack.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, I think I probably ruined a couple ankles to do it, but it turned out really good.
Oh my gosh, I see it now. The ball joint from the ankle is plugged into the. That's really fun.
Yeah.
And what are those guns?
Those were 3D printed guns. I can't remember where I got them from though.
Gotcha.
Ooh, that's great.
There's a good
that's
boy.
awesome.
Yeah, I had some little like fake gemstones, and so I can't remember which collar I used.
Going around.
Used a Mythic Legions collar. I can't remember which one, but yeah, like him.
That's great. The texture and like the paint on the body, like it looks like a just one of those dogs that's just super muscular, and like
just
would just bite your face off.
Grab a hold, never let go.
Yes. These are great. I love the Swig Centaur.
Yeah, the Swig Assist.
Oh
yeah.
The Swig Assist, nice. And is this your table at the?
Yeah, this was the table of Legion's Con.
Okay.
And where were you stationed?
I was out in the hall.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just outside the door.
Do you remember who was on either side of you?
The
nice little army there.
Yeah, those are little bears I made. Next to me was the fitness. I can't remember the name right now. Sorry, the fitness. They had the mace. They were showing people how to work out with the big mace.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep. We were all the way like at the end, like right.
Oh, there's that Swig. That was yeah, that little army's pretty cool.
I apologize. I don't know if I ever made it out into the hallway last year.
I don't know that if I left my table last year.
Right. It's hard. It's hard to do. I had to learn the hard way. That's a keg tapper. There on the left side was.
Yes, Kent. This is
nice.
Live. So.
Yeah, my buddy had an old beat up tap handle, and he likes zombie dust, which is a kind of beer, and like I guess that's like their mascot. So I tried to make it kind of look like that, and it was all beat up. So
is that this one over here on the right?
Yeah. And that was a 2-part epoxy. That one I couldn't make.
Oh, okay. That's an awesome paint job on that.
There's
super cool.
Hot rod skeleton right there. I was playing around with that. What is this stuff called?
Tamiya.
The Tamiya. Yep.
The clear red. Yeah.
Got it right here.
Yep. It's fun.
The look of that on the sickle is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is, but that. Yeah, that's killer.
Thanks.
Next one's. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did I swear I like. Oh, did you post this on the Cabal?
Yeah. Yep.
So how does this work? Like, was this all sculpted manually or what? Like, what is this?
This is like a diorama piece. Like it's like foam. And hot glue.
And did you just sculpt all that, the individual pieces, and then magnetize them together?
I did. Yeah, I had to get magnets. With this one, I ended up having to redo a lot of it because the magnets were not strong enough to hold them up. And so I had to find some much stronger magnets because that all that lava is hot glue, and it started getting heavy. Or kind of heavier than
I freaking love this. I think it's awesome.
He's fun. I made another smaller ones. Trying to have a bunch of them ready to go for November.
Oh,
they're cool. Oh yeah, there's Debo.
Yeah, this was a shelf selection a couple weeks ago or last week.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The paint job you did on this was, dude, next level.
Man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's where I messaged you and I was like, yeah, you need to get that on your Instagram. and then you had posted it, and I think you had posted it as a reel or a story or something. I was like, I don't see it, and then yeah,
I don't know why that's the default.
You have to like, they changed it now to where you have to like go into your thing, like I don't know, you can't just hit like the plus at the bottom like you used to. You got to go and do it a different way. But man, the colors on this, like all the colors, the way that they blend together, it makes it look so like real, so natural.
Yeah.
You killed this one. It's awesome.
Thanks. That sculpt is so awesome. But I don't know. I feel like it just pulls the paint off the brush.
Yeah.
It's such a great, it really is nice. I think that's,
I mean, I think this might be my favorite paint job so far this year. Like it's
100% agree with you, Curtis.
Yeah, it's just fantastic.
Thank you.
So
like I'm waiting for it to start talking to me and like
you know how
kind of like a Liam Neeson or like mentor type character, like, man, you're but with like a cool accent or something, and you're like, what are you doing with your life, kid? Get it together.
Yeah,
but more regal and elegant sounding, but the paint, I mean, the sculpt is great, you can't deny that, but you still got to know how to put the paint on there to bring it to life. And this one blew me away when I saw this last week.
Thanks.
I saw it on the show, so I forgot to look for it on not eBay, Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate's already
trying to put a claim on it. Yeah, step back, Nate. I saw it first.
It'll be there in November.
Very nice.
Awesome. And I think that's it on your Instagram for the moment.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to like twist his arm to get him to post that one on Instagram. So
yeah, I usually put it on Facebook, and I always forget about Instagram. I'm just not online enough of a person. I have a website and stuff, and I have like the hardest time keeping up with it and just like doing that stuff. I'm just all over the place. I've got like 4 customs sitting on my desk, like waiting to get going, and I'm just always doing something. I'm just doing everything I can to keep it together.
I can see that. Like it's just, everything just comes so fast, trying to keep up with, painting and taking pictures and social media and your job and family. And it's like, it's a lot for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, great work. I love the fun sculpting stuff. And then, those paint jobs, like that, the dog one, the full one with that dog. And then that cat one blew me away. So
thanks.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Keep chugging.
Mark loves the Jason Horseys.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, almost all those are gone, like are sold and gone. So, there's
you
always
said those were a commission or something.
Yeah. Yep. So
nice.
That's the one thing I know. My website has an email on it if anybody wants to hit me up for anything like that. So.
Okay, and what's the website? If we can pump down in the banner for folks if they want to reach out to me.
roguesgallery.net.
All one word?
Yes. Hopefully I'm giving you the right information. I'm telling you,
I will I'll try it out before I put it down there. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, it's a thing, but it's something that I don't maintain probably like I should. So I know I can get emails from it. So if anybody wants to do that again.
Very cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, other than the Legion stuff, are there other toy lines that you're collecting?
Yeah, like I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan, and actually like the Joy Toy, the new Joy Toy line, the turtle line. That's
the turtle ones. Yeah,
it's been like I've been really enjoying that a lot, and was it Axie Toys Dinosaur Battlefield? Those things are really cool.
Yeah,
and the Maestro Union.
Those look like fun.
Yeah.
Big chunky dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yep. They are. They're great. And
Did you get any of the Oh, sorry. I think I'm lagging. Did you get any of the Defenders of Eden?
Yes, I did the Spectral Millwick.
Oh, nice.
And the green Triceratops. I can't remember the name right now. The green Triceratops was Rhydor. Is that right?
Rhydor, yes.
Rhydor, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
those
cool.
things were awesome.
Beefy boys. They're chunky.
Yep.
I love it.
For sure.
So are you or no, go ahead, Curtis. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Are you coming back to Legions Con this year? Gonna have a table or just come in or
no, yeah, I'll have the table there again this year, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Do you have any other shows that you do throughout the year, or is that like really the main one?
That was the main one. I got asked to go to the Chris Con this year, but it's right when we're moving, and I'm not going to be able to go. Otherwise, I would have done that. And then I'll be at CarverCon next year.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Now, is the Chris Con, is that close to where you're at? Like where are you out of?
It was like 15 hours away, I think.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I can't remember. Was it Maryland?
That's the one in Taunton, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts, that's right.
Where are you out of?
I'm in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. My grandparents lived in Rockford, Illinois, Rockford, Ohio, which we got all the Fort Wayne, Indiana channels because it's like right on the border there, Ohio and Indiana. Okay. So every time I would go visit them, it would be like all the Fort Wayne news channels and stuff. So, which I always thought was weird. We're in Ohio, but here in Indiana news.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah. Awesome. So, is there anything else that like you play any video games? You got any shows that you watch or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't play video games like I used to. My buddy will come over and we play Street Fighter. Big Street Fighter fan.
Oh, nice.
And I play games sometimes, but there isn't anything that I've been like just playing a lot lately. Tend to just kind of like turn on YouTube and veg out more than anything. Actually, I did watch that Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah.
On Netflix. That's a really cool show. I just watched I realized there was a new season on there, so I watched that. There's actually something on there about like an orange cat, like you were talking about. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually pretty funny what you were saying.
A Liam Neeson cat that gives Jesse advice on life.
Yeah, he's more like, I'm going to take over the world, but he's funny.
Kent says that the reason I was getting Fort Wayne, Indiana news is because there's no real news in Ohio. So, so there you go. Good stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, I know I've been watching that Murderbot on Apple TV. That's pretty good. Started watching Star Trek Discovery. And then we just started a new series on it's not new, but it's new to us. Series on Netflix called Blind Spot. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Is that the one with the girl with the tattoos?
Yeah. Have you seen that?
I watched the first couple seasons and I didn't keep up with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're only a couple episodes in. It seems interesting enough so far. So yeah, that's one I'm watching with Darla. So, and then by myself, like if Darla's asleep and stuff, I've been catching Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks, the animated series. That's pretty fun too. So
that was a Seth MacFarlane, right?
No. That's you're thinking of Orville. Lower Decks is really just a Star Trek show, but they did it animated. It's kind of it's kind of silly, but it's also fun.
Okay.
And then Carver, Brian Lynn comes in and says at least till next year. Yes, he did mention that, Brian. He is coming to CarverCon next year.
Right.
So yeah.
Or was that the No Real News in Ohio?
Oh God, maybe. Yeah, there will be some news in Ohio next year. It won't be PowerCon though. At least according to Kent.
Well, quick segue here. PowerCon. This isn't a complete change in direction. You mentioned PowerCon. Everyone knows related to He-Man and Masters of the Universe. Is that something you ever grew up with, Jeff? So is that something you have an attachment to where you'd be interested in the movie that's being made right now?
That's one thing that kind of missed me when I was a kid. I feel like, and I'd say I blame it on TV because I never saw like He-Man all that much. She-Ra, I feel like I remember being on all the time, but I don't remember like a whole lot of watching He-Man. I definitely had the figures. I know I had the He-Man with the flip chest and all that stuff.
Nice.
I don't have a huge like attachment to He-Man per se.
Okay.
I'd watch the movie.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie. Can't wait for that.
The more and more I see them putting stuff out for it, despite the whole Earth setting is throwing me off, but depending on where it goes, I'm willing to, like, I'm not that hardcore of a fan that like that'll ruin it for me. But I like the pictures I'm seeing coming out from like the costumes and everything. So
yeah, I feel like it looks like they're at least keeping some of the aesthetics a little bit, maybe hints. I don't know. I've seen.
Yeah, I mean,
there was that. Go ahead, Curtis.
It looks like there's at least some point of it, whether it's the beginning or the end, I'm not sure, but at some point of it, they're on Earth, which I think some people were not happy about. But everything we've seen besides that first leak, has seemed like it's on Eternia, or at least they're wearing their Eternia type clothes. So it's interesting. We'll see.
I saw that kind of silhouetted, like full body shot of him from the back. The guy who's playing He-Man in the costume. I was like, I mean,
yeah, the one where somebody lightened it up so that you could see like the colors and what was going on and stuff.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that. I just saw like.
Oh, you saw the dark one. Gotcha. Yeah. So somebody basically overexposed it so you could see like the colors and stuff and see the and it looked very Mondo He-Man. It looked like if that's what it looks like. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Mondo stuff. So
I mean, it had the harness, like the straps and like the fur and the boots. I'm like, all right, I don't know what, like, it's not
boots
some
with
weird
the fur. Yeah.
Sci-fi S&M costume like it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
80s movie, the 80s movie.
Yeah, we don't talk about the 87 movie. So
somebody does.
Kempool says Curtis also watches and comments daily on Kempool Collects, 5 p.m. Eastern. I don't always comment at 5 p.m. Eastern, but I do watch and comment on the regular. It's usually either when I'm going into the shower, when I'm coming out of the shower, or when I'm pooping. So that's usually whenever that strikes me.
This has been this week's segment of Curtis Shares Too Much. Tune in next week where will be some variation of the same comment.
Well, speaking of personal stories, Jeff, we're doing a new segment on this show. And this is a segment where we tell a story about Jesse's life. I'm not sure if you've caught these, but at one point in Jesse's life, he booed a marriage proposal at a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we'd like right now is for you to tell us what you think the story is behind Jesse booing a proposal that happens at the theater before the movie starts. So we're going to put you in the big position and big in you, and tell us the story. Yeah, what happened there?
What happened was they were standing in front of him, and he was trying to watch the Mario movie, and he was like, "Hey, boo, go somewhere else."
I like this version of the story.
Yeah, this is good.
This is much better.
That's it. That's what happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So it was just like last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was like, boo. It's very
Down
subtle.
front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Boo. I think it was more like boo. It was like that, but yeah.
He's telling the story. You stop embellishing.
No, I'm just trying to consolidate all the different versions of the story that I've heard so far. So, tune in next week to see what next week's guest has to say about the Jesse booing the proposal story. So,
that's a good one. That's a good one, MJ. Trivia questions, and I couldn't see the question.
You'd have to be on the show to tell that story. We don't know. We can't say, MJ. So Steph says, so sorry I brought this on, Jesse. How did she bring it on?
I don't know. If she's taking credit for it, though, we'll hang that. We'll hang that there.
Yeah. All right.
It's all right. No, I have no ill will.
I bet the dude was like, let's get married in Ohio. Jesse booed them.
For the record, I no longer have any beef with Ohio, because I had a beef with Ohio the way Curtis has a beef with Pennsylvania when I would drive through Ohio to go to college. I got over it, but yeah, it was my least favorite part of the drive.
Driving through Ohio
for some reason.
Very fun.
I can't say with any conviction now that any part of the trip from here to Springfield, Missouri was any better or worse than Ohio. It's all kind of the same.
Just flat.
It just gets less around you.
MJ says we should do a highlight reel at the end of the year. We could do a clip of all the Jesse stories. That would work.
Have fun with that. I'm not putting that together.
Have Jesse make up a clip of all the people making fun of himself.
Do you ever see those little people where it's like our millennial intern put together this highlight reel of the business person or whatever, and then it's just like them going like on the intake breath.
I'll just ask AI to watch all the hours of shooting the shelf and summarize the Jesse booing the proposal story.
Oh gosh.
So
one story.
Yeah, I'm doing machine learning. Till we make the AI think and act like
AI
Jesse.
is already its own debate in and of itself. Don't add me into that.
Don't add your psychosis to the AI.
Yeah, don't add my issues and psychoses and problems into the AI algorithm. It does not need whatever.
Apparently,
speaking of
he has a part 2 of the Jesse story, so we'll be getting that. So
part 2.
Yeah.
I thought he had to be on the show.
Yeah, we'll have to have him back on, I guess.
Oh, all right. Gee, you are never invited back to the show.
Wow.
I'm kidding. So lead back to Legions, if I may.
Absolutely.
Segue back to that. The
Sorry.
Did that come through?
No.
Was that a cat?
Oh. No.
Sounded like it
It
meowed.
was my goat.
Oh, it was a goat. I can kind of hear it.
Can't hear it. No. We just hear like a beep. That's it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Weird.
It must be something where your mic doesn't pick it up.
Oh no. Oh no. I just spilled water all over myself.
This is the story where Jesse spilled water all over himself, folks.
Fortunately, I have towels here for my painting desk.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I usually use paper towels of the Viva variety. Very nice paper towels. That's not what the kids get. They get the crappy paper towels. But my customizing studio only gets the best. So whatever it is, I think it's bargain brand Aldi or something. So did your goat get wet, Jesse? People
No, the goat was fine. I knocked over my Sholo dog, and it fell into my cup of water that I thought was empty, and I didn't try to catch it, and it just tipped over and it spilled.
Is it true that you will now duplicate yourself?
It's not after midnight. It's not after
water.
midnight.
The water works anytime.
Yeah, the water works.
Well,
water
it got on my pants. Not
so you will multiply, but you
not,
won't turn evil unless you eat after midnight tonight.
What do you mean I won't turn evil? I thought I already was evil.
Speaking of later tonight, this is the last night to pre-order your Infinite Legions directly from the Horseman from storehorseman.com. Some select retailers will have them, not all. I did talk to Len from the Wolf King. He said he will not have these. So some retailers will not have these. So if you want the best price, tonight is your last night. Is going till 11 p.m. Eastern. So, Jeff, what were your thoughts on the Infinite Legions?
I think they look super cool. They look, I mean,
do you prefer one or the other over the other? Or
definitely prefer the Fanost, but that look on that fade-in right there is very cool. That Fanost looks, he's awesome looking, and that all that like the new shoulder pauldrons and stuff, all that stuff just looks like it's ready to be painted.
Yeah, I love not only the color on the Fanost, the purple one, but that where they've put in all the accent paints, like it just the way that it's trimmed looks really nice. I love the selections because there's so much detail in some of these sculpts that they can pick and choose kind of where they choose to put paint, and like just the way that it's trimmed around there. I love it. I think it's awesome. So
yeah, it's very nice. Definitely.
Someone else is going to beat me to it, but I just had an idea to make a mix these bodies with 2.0 legs and make a Samus.
Samus,
yeah. Some people have been talking about that.
Metroid.
Yeah. Miguel says, thanks for the reminder. Just got my PO in. And then Nate wants to know if did you get your goat wet is a euphemism for something. No, like literally had his goat there. Then he spilled his water, and we were worried that he might have ruined the mechanical noise mechanism, as it were. So, and Michael Casper is in the house.
Fuck.
Welcome,
His
sir.
name was Mike.
Fucking Mike.
There it is.
I love that clip. So yeah, you can get your figures. You can get a 2-set individual, a set of 3 pins, the individual pins, and if you go to apparel, you can surf all the way over to Infinite Legions and get.
They got it in its own section. Very nice.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So you got a couple different options, different colors, hoodies, baseball shirts. I think there's like diapers or something. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Baby bodysuit. Diaper, same thing.
I'll try one of those. See if I can fit into that. Nate says, "Yo, Mike."
I think it's Yo Joe, but I could be wrong.
No, he said Mike.
Yeah,
he didn't say Mike, though.
Before I interrupted myself with goats and water and gremlins, Jeff, is there any recent releases for Legions that you really like, or stuff that's coming out that you're really looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the All-Star 6. I didn't get an all in, so I'm just waiting it out. But yeah, and what's coming after that? I'm really excited for the bear. The bears. It's just freaking sweet. I'm excited about it.
Are you going to get a couple of the bears and do some Barry Kruger customs with the bear?
That's not a bad idea. I just might. Yeah, I like that idea.
Kent says, I heard the premiere show Legions Lounge is going to give away 2 challenge. I don't know what he's talking about.
Giving away 2 bears?
I don't know. Kent, explain yourself, because I don't know what this means. So
2 bears, 1 show?
I don't know.
Graveyard Grifter asking if Legions will ever do a pirate set. Curse, you can please correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. If you know, I believe Eric or Jeremy had something that there are a type of pirate that exists in Mythos, but it's not what we would necessarily conjure up in our minds when we think standard, like, historical pirate.
Right. Jeremy did say something along the lines that if Eric were to do a pirate, yes, it would not be probably what we would normally think of as a pirate. He did last year at Legions Con. We do a shooting the shelf / OffWorld on Saturday or Sunday night to close out Legions Con for the last couple of years, which has been awesome. And Jeremy has given us a little kind of sneak peek of the year. And 2 years ago, he told us that last year's Legions Con would have a buying experience like no other, which we then found out later that was going to be the armor experience. So we got the first kind of tease on that. This past year, he told us that they are going to set sail into the future. Now, it's been a lot of debate on what that means. We know that the map has opened up, and it's more than just the current map of Mythos that we've seen so far. So does that mean pirates? Does that mean Vikings? Does that mean sea creatures of some sort? Don't know. But I would imagine that we're going to find out before this year's Legions Con is over. And then we'll see what kind of teaser we get for the next year. So, but yeah, pretty cool. And you know, I appreciate that Jeremy stops by on that show to give us that little tease. That's a nice little kind of tradition at this point. So,
yes, I'm sorry I missed it last year.
That's all right. We would rather you take care of yourself and, you know, be alive and whatnot. So,
yeah.
Let's see. Kent says Infinite Legions. Remember the dragon. So Kent is basically saying that Legions Lounge is going to be giving away a set of the Infinite Legions. Now, I have not heard that from the Legions Lounge folks. I also don't know that I would call them the premiere show, considering that they are only go live every other week, whereas Jesse and I are here every week. But yeah, so there's that. Old man Kyle on the lair this Tuesday. That should be fun. OMK, he's awesome. Best hugs in the community. So
yeah, Kyle's a great dude.
Mm-hmm.
Giver Gifter what? I'm sorry. Graveyard Grifter with another question. Okay, awesome. And last question, anything like voodoo tribal stuff? Not that I've seen so far or been specifically alluded
not to? It really depends on kind of what you mean by that. Like, I mean, some could say that the body for the headhunter could be considered something like that. I know
Worcestershire kind of.
Yeah, I know that. Well, and Jeremy did this amazing custom that I happen to have in my collection because he made an extra one because he knew how much I loved it. And he took Hera and did this with it. Now, this was a custom he did on his own. This is not part of the line, but I think Jeremy has a way of, if there's certain things that he thinks are interesting, they have a way of making it into the line. So we'll see what becomes of it. I think we're going to see some new types of characters in terms of like what they do. Like it wasn't too long ago that we didn't have any like wizards and stuff, right? And everybody's like, hey, we need wizards, and then all of a sudden we had wizards coming out the wazoo. So I don't know. I think we're going to see new creatures. I think we're going to see new character types. We'll see what the future brings. It's going to be interesting for sure. So, Nate says, ever heard of quality over quantity? Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to bring one or the other. So,
Once again, I have to say I'm legally contracted to say that the views and opinions of Curtis do not necessarily reflect those of Shooting the Shelf, Just Shelve It, or any of our affiliate programs.
Yeah, in fairness, everybody should turn into Legion's Lounge. They just had their 100th episode. Big congratulations to them. If you tune in, you can listen to Trevor talk for the entire time while Nate just sits there and drinks his drink. So, yeah. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. Let's see if we can get Nate a link. All right, man. D&D is getting thrown in the mix. So,
yeah. Curtis is like, oh, well, never mind. That's a whole different topic. We have a guest here. Let's talk to him. Shoot. So the Bear, All-Star 6. Anything in Cosmic? Because you've done some customizing with some Cosmic stuff, I think, right? Did I see that? Am I making that up?
I definitely do. I really like customizing the Cosmic figures and working like. There's just so much on them. You can just do a billion different things with it. It's just a lot. I feel like it's a lot more like versatile than like the Knight armors and stuff. I enjoy doing those too, but I just have a lot more fun with the Cosmics. But I actually don't. I have some Cosmic figures, but I don't really collect that line because it's just too much.
Understandable.
I don't have a ton of space. And it's just like, it's just so I like customizing. I pick up one. I cherry pick it, right? I don't get them all, but so I have some. I really like the Sphexians. They're incredibly cool, and I'm really looking forward to that little Uka, the little alien. Alien. I think that thing's freaking amazing. I love it. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. So I do like some of them, but I'm not like into it like I am with the mythics.
Okay. Very cool. Is that something like going back, like looking back to your like childhood? Is there something that drew you more into the fantasy stuff over the?
No, I was actually kind of thinking about that because like, I loved Lord of the Rings. Like I read the books, great books, and the movies were great, and not the Hobbits, but the Lord of the Rings were good. And I just like I said, I like monsters, dark. I think Arakagor might be my only like good guy from in like my Mythic Legions collection.
Oh wow, okay.
I like the monsters and I like the critters. I love the goblins, and I love the horsemen themselves. But they're all just so freaking cool. That yeah, it's more of a like I appreciate the aesthetic and just the creepiness of some of these, the monsterness of it more than like I identify with the high fantasy stuff of it.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have a lot of almost all just skeletons and the demons and the goblins. And
if I can make a recommendation, I know you said you don't watch a lot of movies or shows or whatever. There's a movie that came out a while ago called Headhunter, or maybe it was The Headhunter.
I haven't heard of it.
Yes. It's a fantasy movie. It's only like an hour and 12 minutes long. And it's all about this guy. Like there's almost no dialogue. It's just this guy. He's a monster hunter. And like, he's like avenging his daughter's death or something, you know, so an alarm goes off in the castle. He lives out in a shack and he goes out and he hunts down the monsters. It's pretty cool. It's, you know, pretty low budget as far as it's not like huge sets and everything, but it's a fun, it's on Amazon. I think I had to buy it or rent it a couple years ago when I watched it, but it was, you know, it definitely leans into that kind of horror side of the fantasy stuff and not as much the high fantasy side. It was pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out.
Curtis is sitting here patiently with whatever is going on.
It's like a He-Man hat.
I'm just playing the Nate Strong role. So glasses, hat, be quiet, drink.
Oh,
yeah. What you drinking on?
I just want to make sure that we're a premiere show too, you know. So, yeah, that is a good movie. It's kind of like the Liam Neeson Taken, but like in a sword and sorcery barbarian kind of world. So,
okay,
yeah.
I mean,
wait, you watched it?
Yeah, you told me to watch it.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I was confused for a good portion of the movie as to like what was actually happening, but it becomes clear towards the end. So, Trevor says, "I feel like I missed something." No, you're good, Trevor. You're fine.
You didn't. Don't ask Curtis to repeat himself. I don't want the fallout of that.
Basically, we declared war against Legion's Lounge.
Nope.
Shooting the Shelve has fired shots.
No, we certainly did not.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. We said that that we go live every week, not every other week, and that all the people on screen talk, not just one person named Trevor. So there you go.
I'm sorry, Trevor.
Darla just from across the room says, "You be nice to Trevor."
Yes. You listen to Darla.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't have a table at any shows anymore.
Yeah, I won't get one of these.
Oh, that's your favorite thing, Curtis. Get a reschedule. Oh, where was I going? I had a thought. Dang it, Curtis.
I don't know. I derailed you. It was a good movie you talked about, though.
I don't like the way you said that.
That it was a good movie recommendation?
Yep. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Uka, we're talking about cosmic headhunter horror. So have you turned all of the heroic figures you've gotten into bad guys, or you just get the bad guy ones more?
No, yeah. So there's, I mean, just the Necronominous Knights, basically.
Oh, because they come with the skeleton.
Those are cheating, but yeah,
face plates and stuff.
Instant Skelly boys for sure. But yeah, that's otherwise. Yeah, no, I don't have any other like good guys. I don't think. Yeah, and they're all mostly completely packed up. So.
William says, guys, one war at a time. This is the only war we've declared. It's just shooting the shelf versus Legion's Lounge, and we will shoot their shelves. What are they going to do? They're going to drink at us, right? They're going to have no shelves, and then they're going to have some drinks. That doesn't affect us. So,
Curtis, can I talk to you on the side for a second?
Yeah, just me and you. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so like we talked about this. This is like, I don't remember. This bit is not going anywhere, so that's it.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Jeff, what is your favorite Legion show on Sunday night?
No, you do not have to answer that.
Sunday night Legion show.
Yeah.
Tonight is
this particular time slot. Yeah.
Break something.
Oh, that's great. That's true. I forgot he does have a 6-shooter. So damn. He can get us.
Look, I was trying to come to your defense. I'm just not super sharp in the brain to be on. I'll have some great comebacks like at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep, Trevor. I just don't have them right now. Or in like 15 years when this particular conversation comes back into my brain.
What do you think the ratio of the 6-shooter would be? Like, is it all 6 coming at me, or do you think there's 1 for you and 5 for me? What do you think?
I think they're all aimed at you, and
you might get hit with one
collateral damage. Yeah, or I would try to get in front of you despite you bringing this on yourself.
I could see that. Yeah, Jesse gets one stray bullet or something. All right, I'll use you as my human shield. I thought I'd get like this. All right. Very nice. That's Trevor making his list right now. What else, Jeff? What else you got going on?
Other than moving, I'm painting heads, and like I said, I got my customs going, and
usually when with a move comes like kind of at least what I've had is like you redo a little bit of your setup in terms of your collection and stuff. Is that something that you've thought about? Like, are you planning on kind of doing some different things?
Yeah, hopefully we'll have an extra room. Right now I do everything like in the corner of our bedroom. I have like 2 little tables right here that I just kind of do work in here, and we're gonna have an extra room after we move, so I'll be able to spread out.
That's cool.
Have a lot more space, and so I'm looking forward to that, and that's gonna be like where the collection will be as well.
Gotcha. I know, like the last time I moved, some of the stuff got boxed up to move and stuff, and then when I got to the new place, then it was like, well, I don't need to like put that out yet. And then after a while, I was like, you know what? It's been several months and I haven't put those back out. Maybe I don't need those anymore. Is there anything that you think won't make the cut going back on display, or kind of play it by ear?
I've got like a bunch of the NECA cartoon TMNT, but I was never able to get the actual turtles themselves.
Oh, gotcha.
A ton of money on them, and if anything, it'll be those that like don't come back out. They just don't fit in anywhere, and it's like,
I can see that, especially if you don't have the turtles to go with it.
Right. It was kind of a frustrating line to try and collect. So, those might not make it.
I could see that. Yeah, for me it was Motu Classics. I mean, I loved them. I had a huge collection, but it was just one of those where pretty much right after I moved, started diving into Legions, and that really took up a bunch of my stuff. And then like I just didn't have the desire to put the classics back out there. And I was like, you know what? At one point it was like 9 months later after we moved, and I was like, I haven't put those out yet. They're worth quite a bit. They're just sitting in the garage in boxes. May as well just get rid of them. So,
wow.
And go ahead.
I was to say when I started collecting Legions, like I sold off a bunch of stuff just to kind of fund that bunch of old Ninja Turtle stuff that I didn't want. So that's kind of all I had anyways. So yeah.
Well, Kent's asking if he can stay in your extra room. He does mention that he makes great waffles.
I mean, there won't be a bed there, but the'll probably be about 4 corners. So you can pick one of those.
He'll make enough waffles to use as a bed.
Well, Darla won Kent a really nice Deadpool waffle maker at Dave & Buster's, which then she relabeled it. Instead of Deadpool waffle maker, it said Kentpool waffle maker. So he's got a really nice Kentpool waffle maker that he can bring with him. Yeah. So
sounds tasty.
Yeah. You just standard butter
and I just got to bring up
guy?
the conclusion to this.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to talk about waffles, but go ahead.
I think I'm on a delay again.
You said something.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Trevor brought up the true ending to this war is that I'm going to be the only one that gets hit and go down, and you realize how wrong it all was. So if it costs me going down to bring you guys all together in peace, I'll be that meat shield.
That works. I will tell you. I'll tell you right now, though, I wouldn't want to do Shooting the Shelf without you. Could I weekend at Bernie's you? Could I still bring you on each week? Just kind of prop you up?
I'm not going to be here. I mean, do whatever you want to get. Not whatever you want. No, that's not free permission.
Oh, you guys heard it. Once Jesse's gone, I can do whatever I want with him.
No.
I'm totally weekend in Bernie's you then. You're going to be my host all the time. You're going to be on all the art by Akermans too.
For one weekend, then you put me in a boat and set it on fire and push me out into a river or an ocean.
Nice. Viking funeral. That's cool. Sorry, Jesse. You wanted to say something, but Curtis was still talking.
That's not his fault. That's the mic or the sink, whatever.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of a delay, but that's all right. So standard kind of butter and syrup kind of guy for your waffles, or you like the whipped cream and like fruit, or what do you got going on?
Fruit would be fine. I'd go butter, syrup.
Butter, syrup, yeah.
Yep.
Jesse?
For waffles, butter and syrup.
Yeah, same. Every now and then, like the Darla would make some. We would do like the waffles for dinner, and they're they'd her and the kids, they'd have like the whipped cream and like strawberries out. That's not bad, but it wouldn't be my preferred. So
I always like the pecan waffles.
I don't think I've ever had pecan waffles. So
yeah, and delicious.
It's just like inside the waffle.
Yeah,
they just put it in the batter.
In the batter, yeah.
Interesting. I've had like blueberry and stuff, but yeah. Least favorite food. Wow.
Quick shout out to Lo-Fi real quick. That troll he did this week.
Oh, so
I saw that. It was very cool. Yeah.
Did you see the Necronominus with the skeleton? Oh, there Jesse goes. His thing finally gave out. He did the Necronominus with like the skeleton kind of archbishop head or whatever.
Head,
yeah, and he took it outside, which it really popped. He does the stuff with the turbo dork paints, and something about getting that sunlight on it really made it pop. So we were just talking about that other one he did with the skeleton kind of archbishop head, the one that I think was.
I don't know if I caught that one.
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about the one though that it was.
I know
Patrick's
which one. Yeah.
idea and Emil sculpted. Yeah, he did like a little video of taking it out in the sun, and it like makes those colors just really show up.
Okay,
pretty awesome. So, but yeah, he did say though, waffles are my least favorite food, and
well, they say
there's a
that's
lot
not
of
what that
foods out
says.
there. There's a lot of food. To say that's your least favorite.
That's not what that says.
Oh, it says my favorite food. Like most favorite? That's a lot too. That's saying a lot too.
Waffles are my favorite food. There's no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's his
Preposition.
favorite, that's saying a lot too, though, because there's a lot of foods out there.
So with butter and syrup, or
Yeah. Are you butter? Oh, most favorite. Is it? Are you a butter? Low Fidelity Customs. Are you a butter and syrup kind of guy? Oh, he said almost every day for a decade. Wow, that's commitment. Kent, you may have some running here for top waffle guy. So yeah. Jesse, don't get injured badly because Curtis will put you down. I will give you a warrior's death, Jesse.
I'm not a warrior.
You will die as one.
Great.
I got to laugh from Darla. I win.
85 years old.
None of this has been real, Jesse. You've been sleeping in the chair in Maryland the whole time.
That chair was not comfortable. I was afraid it was going to break underneath me.
Oh, he says peanut butter and syrup. That's different.
That sounds intense.
That's a different take.
So, that explains the paint colors.
Yeah, interesting.
Peanut butter and that's a lot to like. I mean, look, I know I don't eat healthy food, but like, those are two very thick, sticky substances to try to. Gosh, dang.
No, G says he's going to try it. Peanut butter and syrup. You got to try it. So, you know what I don't like though? Have you ever had the syrup that says that it's butter flavored? Have you ever had that?
Yeah.
It's gross, man. That is, that's no good. That is no good.
I mean, it tastes like popcorn butter. So if you want
syrup, it's like they took that oily, nasty stuff from the popcorn and put it in with the syrup. It's like, no bueno. So
just use my own butter, thank you.
This is the kind of pancake content that requires a weekly show.
It is. We're talking about waffles, Trevor.
Yeah. Pancakes do not have syrup compartments in them.
This just
falls right off. Nobody's talking about pancakes. Pancakes are gross.
The way I ate them growing up, they were made exactly the same way, except for the heating process was either on the flat skillet thing or the squishy machine thing.
Yeah, but you got to have the compartments for the butter and syrup to stick in. Otherwise, it just rolls right off.
Right, but I'm just saying it's like noodles. They're like, oh, I remember one time my stepmom, we were at a restaurant and she wanted like fettuccine, something like shrimp fettuccine or something like that. And they're like, well, we don't have fettuccine, is spaghetti okay? And she started to get like upset. I'm like, I'm sorry, Italians out there. On a what's the science
molecular
word? On a chemical molecular basis, thank you, base level, it's the same thing. It's just a different shape. It does change the way the delivery gets into your mouth, but like
Mike V says sounds better than pineapple pizza. That's 100% true.
I'll eat pineapple on pizza before I will eat peanut butter and syrup on a waffle.
Mark says peanut butter and honey.
Yeah, peanut butter and honey.
A little bit of a different take. Then we got Santos saying strawberries and bananas on waffles.
Mm-hmm.
So
sure.
I think it okay. Like I don't want like fresh strawberries, but if it's like that strawberries like in the syrup, like where it's got the, what I'm talking about? Like it's got the strawberry juices.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm talking about? You get the preserves or whatever, and it's like it's frozen, and then you unfreeze it. It's got that,
It's like pie filling.
It's got that like strawberry goodness in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I look forward to pancake talk on a future episode. Thankfully, I won't have to wait 2 weeks. Trevor, man, he is firing tonight.
You started it.
I didn't do anything. Kent called Legion's Lounge the premier show. He knew that was going to fucking set me off. He knew by saying that was going to set me off. So then I had to make fun of Nate.
It's not my fault. I'm a grenade if someone pulls the pin.
Yeah. Fucking
I'm sorry,
blame
Jeff.
Kent, everybody.
All right.
When we go to war with Legion's Lounge, it's totally Kent's fault.
Yep.
There's no we.
All right.
I
we.
love you. I'll get your back, but like if you're wrong,
themselves.
I'm not backing you up. If
they already
I
been
think
shot.
you're wrong.
Oh, shoot. All right, let's see. Back on track. Nate says, I eat peanut butter, honey, cinnamon on English muffins a lot. So I could see moving that to waffles easily.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff together. Yeah. Peanut butter, honey, and cinnamon. Okay.
Did you ever put butter on a graham cracker?
I have not.
I think that might have been like a we don't have money thing we did when I was little, but my mom, just a regular graham cracker, just smear some butter on it, like a real thin layer, not like waffle or pancake amount of butter. And I keep wanting to try it again, but I'm afraid I'm going to gag and have wasted the money and not want to eat graham crackers again.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that we ate as kids that we probably wouldn't feel the same way about today. I ate a bunch of mustard and cheese sandwiches. No meat, just mustard and cheese. So I don't think I could do that now. When I was really young, I didn't make it into my teen years. Like it for some reason my taste changed before I got to my teen years. But when I was really young, just give me bologna and ketchup. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And dude, I could not. If you paid me to eat a bologna ketchup sandwich right now, dude, no way. But I remember when, like, if I was 5 or 6 years old, man, that's all I wanted was bologna and ketchup on a sandwich. So
I used to just eat hot dogs right out of the pack, like right out of the refrigerator.
Yeah. But you know what? My mom would keep them frozen in the freezer, and sometimes we would pop out a frozen one and eat a frozen hot dog, like just, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a popsicle.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like a meatsicle. Yeah.
kind of like the pasta thing. The hot dogs and bologna are the same.
Yeah, it's on a molecular level, Jesse. It's the same thing. It's just not heated up. So
it's not what it is. It's the way it's being consumed.
I could actually go do that right now. Wouldn't bother me one bit.
Dude, I tell you what, because you know, like when you've got like a fresh pack of hot dogs, it's got like those hot dog juices in the pack, right? Well, when it's frozen, like that's all around it, like it's crystallized, right? You got like you got like the crystallized hot dog outside around the meat stick, and dude, I tell you what, it seals in those flavors. So,
yeah.
I regret all my life choices that brought me to this moment.
You know, I had forgotten all about eating frozen hot dogs till just tonight. You guys have unlocked that memory, and I appreciate that. So
you're welcome.
Yeah,
you are welcome.
And this Trevor and Nate is why we require a weekly show, because we just unlocked frozen hot dog memories. So
yeah.
I literally think I'm going to be sick tomorrow.
No, I wouldn't dip it in mayo. That's gross. Come on. Yeah, no, we don't dip anything in mayo.
When I was a bachelor, I'd take a slice of bologna, I'd put some Cheetos on it and some ketchup. Taco time.
Nice. So, when I've only been on my own like for 3 months my entire life, right? So I lived with my parents, moved in with my first wife, was divorced my first wife. I was living at a buddy's house. I got my own place, and for about 3 months, I was on my own before something happened with my ex, and then I got custody of the kids. But during that 3-month period, I think the thing that I ate the absolute most, I would make a Totino's pizza, right? And then I would put a bunch of shredded cheese in it, like on top of it. After it came out of the oven, I put a bunch of shredded cheese in it, put it back in, put on broil for a little bit, melt that cheese, like put just extra cheeses in it, come out, put some sour cream on it, fold it up like a taco, and then eat that Totino's pizza like a taco.
I love a good folded Totino's pizza.
Yep. I was like, because I'm sitting there like, so I'm in my apartment, and like a bachelor and stuff, like you don't have all the things, and I'm like, I don't have a pizza cutter, like, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's a little Totino's pizza. What do I need a pizza cutter for? Fold that sumbitch up and eat it. And so I did that the first time, and then I was like, whoa, wait a minute, if I'm going to fold this up and eat it, I could throw some stuff in it. Like, what do I want to throw in it? And so then
your own pizza pocket.
There you go. I made it into a taco thing. So
either that or I just don't cut it and eat it right off the plate.
Yeah, pizza tacos.
Taco pizza is good.
Come on, Jesse, you're a bachelor. You got to have some weird things that you do that you eat.
Okay,
right?
I put goldfish on my mac and cheese sometimes, like the cracker.
See, that's cool.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because that's probably the weirdest thing I eat.
Yeah, meat sickles, definitely.
You said it wrong. That's Greek. It's meatsicles.
Meatsicles. That did look like meatsicles.
The famous philosopher, of course.
He was really into fixing up his chariot.
When I don't cook a corn dog all the way through, I get the frozen hot dog center. There you go. Yeah, I've had that a few times. Mama Caselte pizza, right out of the microwave. But first of all, you don't microwave pizza. Come on.
Yeah.
Do the taco thing. That's cool to do the taco thing, but we don't microwave pizza. That's uncalled for. So, you can't judge my breakfast with your taco pizza and hot dog popsicles.
Oh, I did.
I'm not judging anything. Anybody can do what they want. I just, never heard of peanut butter on a waffle. So, ramen with cheese sauce. Okay,
that doesn't sound weird.
Sounds flavorful.
It's like a homemade mac and cheese, like poor man's mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. So,
I bought a can of ground beef the other day for the first time. I don't think I'll be doing that again.
Can of ground beef?
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Was it in like?
I didn't either.
I've seen it in the tubes, and then I've seen it in the like the normal.
No,
like
it's pre-cooked. It's pre-cooked.
Pre-cooked ground beef.
Yep. I am a lazy cook. I wanted spaghetti and meatballs, and I didn't I don't have a vent in my kitchen, so I hate the smell of food. No, I agree. I said I'm probably never doing it again. It was kind of gross. Yes, it was a can.
Yeah, you got.
But I plopped it in the marinara sauce, the ragu I was cooking for some pasta sauce, and I'm not claiming to be a chef or a cook or even a fully functional human being, but
buy frozen meatballs.
I know,
please, next time.
Frozen meatballs always taste weird to me. They whenever no offense, Emil and Thomas, the Swedish meatballs, whenever I eat those at like potlucks or where people bring stuff, the little
We know
appetizer meatballs. I don't know, there's something about them. They always taste weird to me.
I agree with the meatballs. Yeah, the frozen meatballs taste weird to me too.
Frozen ones, yeah.
Yep.
You get some fresh meat. Like my mom makes some mean meatball. Like you get fresh meatballs, yeah, but frozen ones, yeah, they're kind of, I don't know, they're very dense. It's like they're spongy.
Yeah, spongy.
Yeah, that's not good.
Something, I don't know. There's something about the texture of them that is very, no.
This is less.
I would still have to cook it.
Hot dog. No, I think canned beef is way more gross than a frozen hot dog. So.
It was not the best. Like it's worth the weird smell in the future of the food left over in my apartment than eating the canned beef again.
Beef, veal, and pork or Italian meatballs. That all sounds good. So
yeah.
Does Jesse just call out Legion's Cast? Legion's Cast isn't even a thing anymore.
No, I absolutely did not.
Yeah, we can't call out a show that doesn't exist.
Apologizing to one person from a show and another person, the two people I know from Sweden for not liking Swedish meatballs.
We may as well call out Gilligan's Island. We're gonna call it Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door.
Yeah.
Jeff, I feel like we've kept you here long enough with all this debauched talk of gross foods.
It's fine. I love talking about food.
This is the premier meat talk show.
Meat Talk, YouTube. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Meat Talk.
Can we change the name of the show to Meat Talk?
That's a good name.
It would be awesome.
If you want to do a spinoff and talk about your frozen wieners, by all means.
Meeting the shelf.
No, I do not endorse that at all. That sounds like something to talk to a therapist about.
That's right. This is
like
about
like the guy that worked at the bowling alley with you.
Yeah, that's some meat shenanigans right there. So we're not gonna get into that.
He got into it.
That's true. That is 100% true. Well, Jeff, we appreciate you jumping in with us, folks. Subscribe to or follow his Instagram. It's _Rogue Gallery, right? On Instagram, correct. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then the website here, theroguegallery.net. And you can see his stuff posted in the Cabal and at Legion's Con. Check out his table. He's going to have some cool stuff. You'll see me tackling Nate Strong to try to get that cat head that he painted to make sure that Nate doesn't get there first. So, yeah,
race,
man. That's the last thing we need is two grown men fighting over some pussy at Legion's Con.
that'd be a first, probably.
Be here all night, folks.
There you go.
No, I won't. I'm about to leave.
Tell us, Dad. Tell us the tale about how shooting the shelf in Legion's Lounge were in a fight. Well, it was about this cat. Very good stuff. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We are going to put you backstage. If you've got to run, we totally understand. If not, hang out, and we will be with you as soon as we close out the show.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yep. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Jesse, that is a meat sickle show right there. So, yeah.
I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah. Time to go live.
Yep.
Do we have a show next week?
We do. I have no idea who we're talking to because I'm a slacker lately.
All right, folks. The new rules. What you got to do is submit your best Jesse booing a proposal story to myself or Jesse, and we will select the winner to be on the show next week. Because we want to hear everybody's take on Jesse booing a wedding proposal, what that meant for that poor couple. Did it strengthen their relationship? Did it give them a story to tell for the rest of their time? Did it break up their relationship? Was that the last straw? And they couldn't take it. The trauma of the booing lived with them. And they never
take
actually
medication for anxiety, right?
Tell us your take on what exactly happened and what the repercussions were. Send us your best story, and maybe you can be on Shooting the Shelf next week. We may be talking frozen hot dogs. We may be talking, goldfish crackers and mac and cheese. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to be talking about. What we can guarantee is it'll be the premiere show happening that week. Because Legion's Lounge will be off next week because they only go every other week because they are old and they can't keep it up. So the show schedule, they can't keep up the show schedule weekly. So I wasn't saying other things they can't. There's pills for that.
On July 19th, I'll be representing Wolf King Toys and Customs at Chris Con presenting the Great American Toy Show in Tauntaun, the city, not the animal from Star Wars, Massachusetts. So come see me and all the other. It's going to be. I think there's I think Jeremy's doing a Legions or a Horseman table, and there'll be a lot of other people up there. So come see us, and get your Wolf King on.
Nice.
At the end of August, I'll be setting up at a little show in Carlisle on August 30th. So the middle date on here from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Carlisle Expo Center. Gee, we're asking about that, but there it is. And then, of course, Con.
Nate says, so-so show for me, but great show for you. So,
well, a minute. Did you just? I feel like you just put up the inflatables in the gutter at the bowling alley for me with that comment. Am I reading that wrong?
Take this clip, Kent, and loop it for 2 hours. This is Nate on Legion's Lounge. Other than when there's a super chat, he does read the super chats. So,
Mike Casper still here. Remember, Curtis and I are checking out the tables together at CarverCon with his beautiful sandaled, no-socked feet.
No, I will not have my toes out ever anywhere. Not one person from the community is going to ever see my toes. So, not happening.
No sweat. It's Nate.
Exactly. That's what I was doing. I was being Nate. So, yeah. There you go.
All right. We'll end this show. Let our guest go. Let you guys go about your.
I will also. I know Jesse's doing shows and he only wants to talk about his, but I will also be at Jolanta in September. So if anybody is going to, who what?
Are you working a table?
I mean, I'll be working it all over that place.
Oh God.
So
that might be worse than the meat sickle.
I'll be working it down the aisle. I'll be working it in the elevator. I'll be working at all the tables. Everywhere I'll be working it. So.
Well, until next time, folks.
What's on your shelf?
What's on your shelf? No!